Let's be realistic. You're not going to find a fully hurricane-proof home anytime soon, but building a new construction home might be your best bet. Let me tell you why. So recently here in Florida, we just had another major hurricane come through town and wipe out homes, communities, families, and bring some devastating experiences to Florida in general. Hurricanes are not anything new to Florida. However, every time that a new one comes through, it seems like we're not doing enough to keep our homes safe and our families safer. While there's no such thing as a completely hurricane-proof home, sometimes your best bet might be to build a new home, a new construction home, or purchase a home that was built within the last 5 to 10 years. Now, you might be saying, why? What difference does it make? Well, think about it for a second. If you're looking at a much older home, the building codes that were set by the county, the city, the state were very, very different back then. Not to mention some of the current materials that we have just weren't available back then, and they weren't as strong or as safe. For example, now in a new construction home, you can get hurricane resistant or impact resistant windows. Now, these do cost a lot more money, but in a new construction home, sometimes this is an option that you can add to your home, making it incredibly more efficient, incredibly safer, especially during a hurricane. Now, in many cases here in Florida, most of the homes that are built, especially along the coast, at least have to have what we call hurricane shutters, which is a metal shielding that can be installed on the outside of the home over any window or door to help protect it from getting damaged. Now, what I've noticed with older homes is not only are the windows not hurricane resistant or impact resistant, but they don't even come with shutters. And this is why you see so many people frantically running into places like Home Depot and Lowe's to get as much hardware and plywood as they can to install over their windows so they don't get damaged during the hurricane. Now, in many counties, especially along the coast here in Florida, it is a building code that says you need to have impact resistant windows or hurricane shutters along with the home. This is a huge advantage in the new construction industry and even some of the homes that were built in the last 5 to 10 years. There's another aspect to new construction homes that make them a little safer, a little bit more sound, and can give you much more peace of mind than an older home, and that is simply just building materials and what the home is actually made out of. Take a roof, for example. Roofs that were installed and made in homes back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and even 80s cannot comply with codes that are in place today, and they may not be as hurricane ready as a roof today. Many of the roofs that are installed on homes today here in Florida are able to withstand winds from Category 3, Category 4, and sometimes even Category 5 hurricane force winds. This is a huge advantage. When a hurricane comes through, you have a little bit less worry of your roof coming off, or the shingles at least coming off, in a more of a new construction home than a much older home. Now, yes, some of these materials like impact resistant windows and Category 5 ready hurricane shingles can be purchased after and put onto an older home. But this is the case where you end up spending a lot more money on an older home, and it may not be worth it for you. And in many cases with a new construction home, this is already built into the home and you can finance that along with the home. But something that's a little bit harder to accomplish after the home is already built are things like tie-down straps. Many of the newer construction homes have what we call tie-down straps, in which case the roof and the trusses are actually tied down to the structure of the home. This helps keep the roof actually attached. And so when you see these videos on TV of the roofs completely getting detached as if it's one giant piece, with a new construction home, that's a lot less likely to happen because it's actually extra secured and tied down to the structure of the home, making it quite a bit safer. So if you're out looking for a new home, these might be some really good questions to bring up with your realtor or your new home consultant in a new construction community on how they build homes and how they can be as ready as possible for something like a hurricane. And if you need a list of certain questions to ask, I'd be happy to help with that. So please feel free to reach out and let me know how I can help. If you are in the market for a new home, or if you know anyone else that's in the market for a new home, please feel free to share this video with them as well if you think it helped you out at all. And again, leave a comment below and let me know if I can answer any questions for you. And please, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.